burn my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
It's the problem with black girls on a Sunday at a comedy show. They think it's a call and response.
I have never in my life sided with a heckler, but Jesus Christ, why were they letting that white boy cook? Like, guys, go watch that video. Those jokes are rough. Like, even if I remove myself from my opinion on fat jokes, they are like bad jokes. Like, deadass dude went home and wrote down on his fucking notes app, Lizzo fat, end of joke, right? But here's my advice to hecklers, right? Or somebody who's in a situation where the comedian is telling jokes that you find to be offensive or bad. Don't heckle them. Not because they don't deserve it, but because you won't win. Ultimately, because audiences who watch comedy are there in the hopes that the comedian succeed, heckling them gives them a chance to get off some real easy jokes that will win the audience back to their side. The best thing you can do is not laugh or leave. It's much harder to bounce back from no laughter than it is from heckling. It's a comedian's nightmare.
Today's been a hard day, y'all. 3 bills just dropped in Arizona that say that you cannot dress in the opposite of your assigned gender at birth while singing, dancing, or monologuing and expressing your gender in an exaggerated fashion. And while this bill targets drag, which is bad enough, there should be no reason why we should ban drag. It also targets transgender people. I am a mother. I'm a transgender mother. And I sing, dance, and monologue to my son on a daily basis. Bills like this could very easily criminalize me, and yes, this bill would give people that do this a criminal record. This isn't right, and Republicans have dropped about 20 anti-trans bills across the United States today. I can't even cover all of them in one day, but these bills in Arizona are among some of the worst that I've seen. We're seeing anti-drag bills get proposed all over the United States, and you know that they will be used to target transgender people as well. Please, if you see these bills show up in your state, be there to fight them because we know how they're going to be implemented.
Chocolate tiger, yum yum. I know liberals are repulsed by police abolition. I'll get you there eventually, but for now I think we can all agree that sheriffs are dumb and need to be abolished immediately. They serve the same function as police, but in a county jurisdiction, and have extra responsibilities that can easily be filled without them, like running county jails, working with the courts, and serving warrants. But the biggest difference is that they are elected and need to be impeached instead of fired. Because of this, they have less oversight and accountability than regular police, and therefore are more corrupt. For God's sake, the LA Sheriff's Department has deputy gangs that have been operating since the 70s, some of which are white supremacist gangs. They do not help society function. We could abolish them and replace them with anything else and be fine. And they do get abolished. Connecticut got rid of them in 2000 and they're doing fine. It's an outdated system. That looks magnificent. I would like to eat that, please.
They blended the Grinch. A fascism problem in this country? What are you talking about? We elected a centrist Democrat. There's no fascism problem. It's just democracy all the way down. Just because the last guy said some fascist things and tried to overthrow the government and install himself as a fascist dictator, you think we have a fascism problem? We took care of that immediately after 2 years with a commission that everybody worked on except for the Republicans. And we made sure to punish the last guy by suggesting he might be criminally investigated and still letting him run for president again. And as for the fascist Republicans, the Democrats have been very, very strongly condemning them with weak language and also still working with them. Joe Biden even called some of the Republicans semi-fascist, so I don't know what more you could ask for. And I'm sure the Republican Party will expel the fascists any day now and won't let them stick around to gum up the works. After all, Republicans would rather work with Democrats than fascists. Yummy!
So you mean to tell me throughout the entire filming of this event, not a single solitary person in that group thought, hey, maybe the optics on this are not the best? Like, as if the visuals themselves weren't bad enough, You then posted the video to TikTok with an audio playing in the background silently, spinning monkeys. It's fucking intentional.
Stitch this with your hottest take.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but it is a take I've been meaning to write about for quite a while. And that is I think, my opinion, the genre of robot uprising, AI uprising, post-apocalyptic fiction is, at least in the American context, mostly just a sublimated fear of slave revolt. That's the psychological well from which it springs. Obviously, the term robot, I think, had its origins in Russian literature, so I'm not going to say that this is the case for all such fiction, but certainly in the American context, I think it's difficult to separate the tropes of it and the imagery of it from the long-standing fear in the American psyche of revolt of enslaved people. Also, and not to get super Freudian or anything, I think there's a lot of psychosexual stuff going on with the American obsession with zombie uprisings. The whole transmission by bite thing is a giveaway, but that's a whole separate conversation.
You're beautiful.
Thank you. But what else?
What else?
Is beauty all that matters to you?
I had a vision.
That you think I'm a bad person.
Something I feel super strongly about is that you can have just enough therapy to make yourself even more dangerous and harmful to others than you were when you had no therapy at all. And like my mom has had just enough therapy to vaguely understand the concept of boundaries, but not actually like fully what they mean. So one of the recent boundaries that she set for me is that I'm not allowed to make her feel bad. And I said, oh, well, how do I do that? And she said, when you talk about the things I did that harm you. So if you're going to do therapy, you got to commit to like a couple of years, because if you just get like 6 months on board and then move forward with nothing more than like jargon to defend your own shitty behavior, you know, it's like taking your gonorrhea medication just until the burning stops, but not finishing the course. All you're doing is creating a more accountability resistant version of your shittiest self.
Oh god, this hack again. I'm sure glad COVID is over and we didn't have to sacrifice any personal liberties. All we had to do was sacrifice 20 million plus people and have COVID be the third leading cause of death. They almost had us rethinking all our social interactions to make everyone more healthy, but I think it's much easier to have all immunocompromised people stay in their houses for the rest of their lives. Encourage and make easy mask wearing, testing, and other common sense precautions? Is this North Korea? Are you Kim Jong-un? I'm serious, are you Kim Jong-un? But whatever, COVID's not even a big deal anymore. It's just a cold you get that keeps you out of commission for up to 10 days and may kill you or leave you permanently disabled. And hey, if you want to protect yourself, go for it, even though individually protecting oneself is virtually ineffective. But at least we came to terms with the possibly 20 million people who died. There's definitely no psychic reckoning to be had. We're all over it now. Can't wait for the next pandemic to happen. We're gonna knock it out of the park. What is that, a bobcat or something?
For no reasons, they wanna see us end up like we Regina or Mean Girl. Princess or queen, tomboy or king. You've heard a lot you've never seen. Mother Earth, Mother Mary, rise to the top. Divine feminine, I'm feminine. Woman, let me be a woman.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, purple mushroom. Oh, it's beautiful. Bluets. Hi, Pascal.
Bonjour.
Bluets are a purple, not blue, edible mushroom. Oh, their Latin name is Clitosabe nuda, and they have pink spores. This purple mushroom leaves a pink spore print. If that's not adorable, I don't know what is. They also kind of smell like frozen orange juice. I'm in California for work. This is a hotel room. But you can also find bluets in Ohio and all over the United States and all over Europe.
Alright, new year, new foods. Why do all these young men who think masculinity is important get pulled to the right? Maybe it's because masculinity as we understand it, and especially traditional masculinity, is right-wing. I'll make this simple for you. Masculinity focuses on men's physical strength. The idea that the stronger person should be chosen over the weaker person reinforces the concept of natural hierarchies that you see in fascism and on the right in general. That it is important for men to be successful and breadwinners reinforces the importance of capitalism characterized by the right. That men should hide and repress their emotions suggests a lack of empathy for those around them. This reinforces once again capitalism and individualism and downplays the need for collectivism you'd have to have in a socialist government. Also, masculinity tends to be anti-feminist, a left-wing concept. Hey, where did the food go?